Welcome to Rokan Sports Channel that does 100% Manchester United news in here. How are you? Where are you watching it from? This is already onto this channel. It's United that matters. Rokan Sports United Matters is the channel in there. Please feel free to come through and really subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. In this episode right now, Pogba's approach expected from PSG by Manchester United in there. Jadon Sancho in. We are going to talk a little bit about QPR versus Manchester United. The game is on today in there, and Varane latest news in there coming in from Madrid. That is something that we are really going to look into through this episode in here onto the Rokan Sports channel. It's United Matters in here. So smash a like on the video, comment and share, and feel free to share our content. You can as well go to the comment section and tell us what you think about the story in here of Pogba expecting Man United expecting an approach from PSG. It has been laid out by Daka from the Telegraph in there, and he is really some good correspondent in there for Manchester United. And Telegraph Daka is a northern football correspondent, daily and Sunday Telegraph in there, and he writes for the Telegraph in there. So he has some really good information concerning Paul Pogba and Manchester United and PSG in there. Plus, United is playing another second game of the preseason in there, and they are playing a team which goes by names of QPR in there, and they are really ready to take on to see United really taking on the next level of football in there. Now, let's get into the story straight. Let's first talk about QPR versus Manchester United. United is playing its second game into the preseason. The first one, United played a team which goes by names of Derby, and they won by 2-1 in there. Chong and Pelestri scoring a beauty in there, whereby he laid the keeper down and really get netted into the empty net into there. That is a man who goes by names of Pelestri in there, and Kazim in there scored for a team which goes by names of Derby County. And all in all, the game ended 2-1 in there. But because why we to leave our legendary supporters, all right, Empire Online TV, Simple MC, thank you for watching in. He's really that person that has supported United for a very long time. He's my brother of mine. We grew together and we've been supporting United for a very long time. But tomorrow, or today, United is taking on QPR, and taking on QPR means that they are really playing their second game in there. The reason of why I've not really come through to do something known as the predicted lineup, because last time I did it, but there are very many players in there that I never expected to be into that lineup, because Twanzebe and Mengi, I was on point. Alex Telles never started but came through. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was on point. James Garner, I was on point. Instead of Matic, they brought in Levitt in there, and in the middle of the park they played with Juan Mata. Yes, I predicted that. Mason Greenwood led the line as Chong played off the left, and Elanga played off the right in there. So that was the lineup in there for you. And today I felt like it's not really good for me to come out and really do that, because very many players are not. They are still. I think this is the last game we are going to see lots of academy players involved into this, because lots of academy players are involved into this so-called lineup and preseason game in there concerning QPR. And I think Anton Martial, Danny Van Beek, and next week Bruno Fernandes, Daniel James, Paul Lebire, Pogba. Who else is coming through? I think Victor Lindelof will also be back. I think most of the players will be back, and especially Freddie won't be back. I think Freddie will be back at the end of next week. But I think the next match United is playing against, is it Brentford or Preston North End? One of those. I think United is going to be having most of its players back. But the only player that is back goes by names of Scott McTominay, and we expect him to start into the middle of the park with James Garner in there against QPR in there. And the likes of Nemanja Matic will come through into the second half in there, as they did last time in there. So nothing to talk about it, but I'm very much eager to see how Pelestri is going to play into that game. Pelestri, I would like to see Pelestri playing into a game. Pelestri, Lingard, Nemanja Matic, James Garner, all Scott McTominay with Mason Greenwood up front. Yeah, I would like to see Mason Greenwood playing alongside James Garner and Lingard playing off the left wing in there. I think I'd like to see the more of Pelestri, because Pelestri is proving to be a better player, and he says he doesn't want to go on loan at Alves again. He says he wants to compete for his sport at Manchester United is something that is really brave of him, because he knows that the position where he's playing, they've just brought in a player who is student Sancho, and the price tag was 73 million pounds. And a lad who came in at only 10 million pounds in there is saying, I can really face Jadon Sancho, I can face him out, and we can really see ourselves bust out our chests into the game, and I can really outcompete him. That is Pelestri. But when you look at Pelestri, I really like his technique, his ability to run, his pace, the way he really crosses in the ball, and his composure each and every time he's in goal. He takes his time, he does not really fidget in front of goal, and his game reading, because sure here, there is the way they did that game reading. He passed him through and he really put down the goalkeeper, got him down, and he netted the ball to the back of the net. That is Pelestri in there for you. He was really someone great into that game. To me, he was my man of the match, Pelestri in there, and very many of you really came out and predicted him to be your man of the match in there. So that is the game plan. It's happening at 17 hours in there, and I expect a man who goes by the names of Pelestri to come through and play for a team which goes by the names of Manchester United. This time round, I would like him to see, can he start? Should he start? Yes, I would like to see Nemanja Matic, James Garner in the midfield. That's what I want. That's my ideal midfield. I want to see Juan Mata. But even if Juan Mata does not feature in there, because he really looked bad into that first game when United was playing Derby County, I think we can really go in and bring in a player who goes by the names of Jesse Lingard in there to play, or Pereira to play into that role. Then a Pelestri off the right wing, a Lingard off the left wing, and Emerson going to lead the line. So that is something that I fancy to see United play tomorrow, as they play a team which goes by the names of QPR. But expect the watch along onto this channel, which goes by names of Rokan Sports in here. We are really going to be live onto this channel as we do the match watch along, the confirmed starting 11 in there. After the match preview will also come through in here, and we'll all bring you the player ratings when the game is over to let you know how things are really moving on. But that's all for United versus a team which goes by names of QPR. I don't know what you think about it. Your predictions are welcome into the comment section below, into the live chat. You can as well go into the live chat and tell me what you think about Manchester United versus QPR. Your predictions are really welcome onto this channel. And now, smash a like on the video, comment and share. Now let's get to one of the sensitive issues of Manchester United in there, as people are concerned in there. Guys, in my country where I come from, Varane has been trending for the last, for the last 3 days. He has been trending. Rafael Varane has been trending. And one thing you should know, that today he really came out and really appeared at what we call the training of a man who goes by the names of the he got back to the training ground of Real Madrid, and Fabrizio Romano came out and really told us that the guy who goes by the names of Rafael Varane, 28 years of age, being wanted by Manchester United, reported at the training ground of Real Madrid today in there, but he doesn't want to be a Madrid player anymore, but he feels like he should be one of those people that are not really looking to be indisciplined in there. He really wants to look like a professional player in there, and he doesn't really want to let Madrid down by really putting in a transfer request, or saying all striking and saying, no, I'm demonstrating, if at all you don't let me to go to United, I won't play for Madrid anymore. So Fabrizio came out and tweeted and said Rafael Varane has just arrived at Valdebebas, as he's not breaking his relationship with Real Madrid, respecting the club and Perez. He knows Manchester United are in talks with Real Madrid. He wants a Premier League experience, contract almost ready, up to the clubs in there. So that's what he wants. Rafael Varane in there for you. He's a United player. Sorry, he's a Madrid player, but look, focusing to come to Manchester United. United have given him an offer that he cannot deny, and he looks like he really wants to stay. He doesn't want to stay at Real Madrid, but he wants to keep a good relationship between Madrid and the president, who goes by names of Florentino Perez, such that United and Madrid do their business. After they're done with their business, then he will be saying bye-bye to his fellow teams. But he's back in training, and rumor has it that he never really wanted to go back and train with Real Madrid. He wanted to be a United player. He wanted to join United into the preseason in there. And it's said that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has put George Metetaf, the football director, and the technical director, who goes by names of Darren Fletcher and Obi at Manchester United. He has told them, do for me one thing. After Sancho is in, get me a player who goes by the name of Rafael Varane. After, I'll tell you someone else I want, but get me Rafael Varane at United. I really want him to partner with a man who goes by the name of Harry Maguire, because we conceded very many goals last season in there, and yet we scored many. So that is what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really came out and told the board, and the board doesn't want to let him down. They really feel like they should really give him what he wants, and they are really ready to get him on board and get him the players that he wants. That is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in there for you. So Rafael Varane update, you never know, next week the deal might be done, because United are preparing a bid to Real Madrid, and as you know, United, they are really taking their time, because they know they are into this chase for a man who goes by Rafael Varane alone, and Rafael Varane in there also wants to come and play for Manchester United, because when you look at the side of United, the players that they are having, United is just 2 players away from really clinching the Champions League and clinching the Premier League. You get? When you look at the squad that United is having, if at all they get in a CDM and a Rafael Varane, United can really be on top of European football for the next 4 years. It's possible, because Dean Henderson, 24 years old, David De Gea, 30 years old, the goalkeeping department, when you look at David De Gea, he can be in goal for the next 10 years. Dean Henderson can do the same for the next 16 years. So United is safe in there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, just 22 years of age in there, and he's a United player, just young. You get? He's young, and he's expected to improve on his final ball delivery in there. So his final ball really has a problem. He's 23 years old, and his final ball really has a problem, but we expect him really to come through and really improve on it. Luke Shaw, 24, 25 years old. Harry Maguire is 20, is 27. Bring in, that means Harry Maguire, each and every player I'm telling you about, he can play for the next 4 seasons on the same level. 4, 5. Bring in a Varane. You get? Varane comes in through. We have a Paul Pogba, 28 years. He can play for the next 4 seasons. Bruno Fernandes, 25, 26 years old. He can play for the next 7 seasons. Freddy Rodriguez, I think he's 26. Freddy. Oh, Freddy's 28. He can play for the next 4 years. Scott McTominay, 25. He can play for the next 4 years. Rashford, 23. He can play for the next 8 years. Martial, 26. He can play for the next 7 years. Sancho, 21. He can play for the next 10 years. Greenwood, for the next 10 years, he can play in there. So United is having very good squad. If at all United gets in the players that they feel like they want, and Rafael Varane is looking at that, that's what I think that is making really Rafael Varane to come to Manchester United in there, because it looks like United are really a side that are ready to compete for the next 4 seasons in there, provided they get in a CDM and they get in a Rafael Varane. United is going to be a very big team it's going to get back to those days, the Sir Alex Ferguson days, when you used really to win each and every tournament in there. So I think United is into good terms, and I think when Varane looks around, when you look at Chelsea, its squad is good, but you know, it really needs to get some time really to stay together, and the managers are really trying to really put the players into position. Chelsea is not yet comfortable. Look at Man City. Man City too, it looks like the manager, how can I explain it? Pep Guardiola looks like he's a good manager, but there are things that he's failing to do, and I think United are really having high profile players in there, and when you look at the publicity, the fan base, the respect that you have, when you really include that you played for Manchester United into your bio, that's something else that Rafael Varane is looking at. So United is really giving Varane a very good way to come, or an option to come from Madrid in there. And I think United, having wanted this player for the last 11 years, it's something that Varane looks at and says, it would be bad for me not to play for this team, because they've wanted me for the last 10 years, and I feel like I really want to go in the Premier League, and he's coming, that's what I know, he's coming. But United are using all that I've explained below to really show Real Madrid that you cannot charge us the money. They're still negotiating the money. I think Madrid really wants close to 50 million euros in there, and United really wants to give them 40. And United, this is what United does. It has just done it to Borussia Dortmund. Instead of 78, close to 80 million pounds in there, they've paid them 73 million pounds and no add-ons. So if at all United did it to a team which had a player and the player had 2 years on his contract, what do you expect United to do to a team which goes by names of Real Madrid in there? Yet Real Madrid has a player who goes by names of Rafael Varane, and Rafael Varane is left with just 12 months on his contract. Expect that to happen to Real Madrid too, and he's going to do it. Manchester United are the masters of this. These are bankers. They've negotiated deals. They are good in finance, and trust me not, they are really going to give United the best that they deserve in here. So thank you guys for watching. Again, smash a like on the video, comment and share, please. Feel free to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This is RD onto this channel, Rokan David in there, and let's get into the story of Paul Pogba. Now, I really came through here and I told you that Pogba is destined to go to a team which goes by names of PSG, and that Mino Raiola is talking. Mino Raiola is the agent of Paul Pogba, is in talks with a team which goes by names of PSG in there, and he wants his player to go to a team which goes by the names of PSG in there, because he looks like he came out and talked about his departure from United in December last year, and he said that Paul Pogba does not play well at Manchester United. United doesn't know how to use Paul Pogba, and he said that it's better for a team which goes by names of Manchester United to really release the man who goes by names of Paul Pogba, such that he can really get a manager who can really understand him very well. So Pogba also said he's fine at Manchester United, but right now, news coming in from Daily Telegraph from a lad who goes by the names of Daka in there, James Daka from the Telegraph in there. He has come out and said that Manchester United are expecting an approach from PSG for Paul Pogba. United have been given no indication that Paul Pogba is prepared to sign a new deal. Now, concerning a new deal at Manchester United, Paul Pogba is left with just 12 months with Manchester United, and that's all courtesy of the 1 year that he triggered on his contract, because his contract expired in January. And then he triggered the contract in there. So that means that Paul Pogba, if at all he does not renew his contract at Manchester United, he will have to sign a pre-contract with a team in January. And that United won't allow that. According to what we know, they won't allow that. And they come out and said that the Glazers, that if at all Paul Pogba doesn't really come out and sign or renew his contract at Manchester United, they are going to sell him out this summer. And he's expected to go to PSG, because PSG look like they are the teams that can really afford his salary, and they want him to be one of the top 4 earners at PSG. They are giving him a salary of 400,000 pounds a week in there. That is PSG there for you. And they are preparing a bid of 50 million euros to Manchester United, but United looks like they want close to 70 million euros for Paul Pogba, and that is something that we can anticipate into this summer. Will Paul Pogba leave Manchester United and go to PSG? That is something we are waiting to see. If at all the run comes through, to me, I really feel like Pogba is going to stay, and I feel like Pogba is really going to sign a new contract. But I think this is a technique of United really trying to be in the news, because each and every time you be in the news, the more popular you become. Now look at Jadon Sancho. He's been all over in the news. We've been expecting lots of things from him, and he has been unveiled today, and United have taken over the Friday. It's a Sancho Friday, so everyone is talking about Sancho. All big tabloids are talking about Sancho. So Sancho was unveiled today, and I think United really needs to be more consistent into the news, with Varane into the news, Pogba into the news. Who else? David De Gea in the news. So United can really come up with very many stories into the news, I can really assure you, because they really want to be in the news. I think Pogba is going to stay. No sooner you see Varane come at United, that is a sign that Pogba is going to renew his contract, because this is what Pogba wants. Pogba, what will give Pogba at Manchester United is United bring in players who are really going to come through and show that they are really world-class players, such that United can really go and compete on a world stage in there. Let's compete for the Premier League, let's compete for the Champions League in there, and we have the only thing United have to do, they have to give United confidence, they have to give Paul Pogba confidence that he is in the right arms of the team, and the team is really willing to go ahead and win. So I think that's the confidence that Paul Pogba needs, and United will give it to him. And I know lots of things will happen through in there, as a man who goes by names of Paul Pogba is being presented a new contract. We don't know whether he's going to sign it. That is a big question. But I think if at all United really come through with very many players in, I think Paul Pogba will know this is the right place to be. And I know they're really going to give him a contract close to, I think he's going to be next to De Gea, close to £350,000 a week. I think that's what Paul Pogba will be earning at Manchester United. And you never know, anything can happen, because if at all Pogba really refuses to sign or to renew his contract at Manchester United, that means United have to sell him off. And one of the people or the teams that have really shown their interest in Paul Pogba is none other than PSG. They are from France, but it will be really unearly for Pogba to go in France, and I don't think he fancies to go that side. That is Paul Pogba in there for you. So to me, I think Paul Pogba really should start Manchester United. Yes, because United having those world-class players means a lot. David De Gea world class, Varane world class, Luke Shaw world class, Bruno world class, Pogba world class, Sancho world class. Oh, having such players around Manchester United, world class players in there, super world class players, is really something great for United to have in there, in the player of a man who goes by the names of Paul Pogba. So I think United needs Paul Pogba to stay. I think Pogba shouldn't go anywhere. Pogba should really stay at United, and I think he shouldn't go anywhere. Paul Pogba should stay at Manchester United. To me, that's what I think, and I don't know what you guys think about Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba being rumored to have rejected the new contract United have given him, and I don't know why, if it's true, but let's wait and see. But no sooner he comes through back at Manchester United for training, we'll know what is really taking between United and a man who goes by the name of Paul Pogba. Thank you guys for watching in. It's RD onto this channel. We've talked about QPR versus Manchester United. You can as well let us to know your prediction in the live chat below, comment section below. You can also tell us and know what you think about it. Secondly, we've talked about the Varane latest update, as he has returned to training in Real Madrid. He was expected to return on 23rd, and that's the date he really returned in there. He wants to keep a very good relationship between Real Madrid and himself, but he knows Real Madrid and Manchester United are in talks to see to it that he really joins their club. He really joins Manchester United in there, and he wants to try a new experience in there. Thirdly, we've talked about Paul Pogba. United expecting an approach from PSG anytime from now. That is something else that you guys should come out and comment to. So those are the three stories that we did today. Please feel free to comment to our channel, subscribe so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in on a daily. This is RD. I'm out for now. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow as United plays QPR. The watch along is going to be live onto this channel. I'm out for now.